Hello everyone and welcome back for some more Turok 2 Remastered. I seem to be badly damaged since the last level that we did, so going into the Lair of the Blind Ones is just gonna be fantastic, so fuck it, let's go in. Why does it do that?
Little is known of this mysterious race. Legends tell of ghostly figures emerging at night from underground and dragging hapless victims to their doom. Though they do not possess the power of sight, the blind ones are hardly helpless. They can hear the beat of a heart and smell the blood of an intruder from a great distance. Attacking with primitive brutality and a lust for warm blood, they have lived for countless centuries deep beneath the surface of the Lost Land. Your mission objectives are as follows. Seal 3 thermal vents, trapping the blind ones beneath tons of rock. Locate the energy totem and defend it at all costs.
It can smell blood from a great distance? Well, I can understand it if it was spilled, but if you're just walking around like being I'm fucking retarded. How do they smell that? I don't believe that to be true. What the fuck's happening here? Look at this! Nice. Now that's nostalgic as fuck. The column isn't even connected! Man, I love this shit. I love this shit already. Anyway, we start this off very interestingly, actually, because there's already a checkpoint at the start of a level.
Turok, how may I assist you? Health granted.
Granted, I don't find this to be at all a problem, given my current situation. But yeah. Definitely interesting to find something like that when you just start out. And this is the Whispers ability that I was talking about last time. I can't fucking move the camera, I can't shoot gun, and it's the slowest leap of faith you'll ever see in your entire life. Which is amazing, because it sucks. And it's used here and in one other place, as far as I can remember. You hear that groaning over there? Yeah, there's a dude waiting for us over there, waiting to snipe us with his fucking crossbow. That's fun. How are you supposed to get rid of him before you start flying up there? Because he can do a lot of damage in hardcore. Maybe I can get him with, hey, maybe I can shoot a mine up there? Oh! Got him! Nice! Okay, so that's one way to do it. Shoot a mine up on the cliff. Then you can just fly over that piece of shit. What the fuck? That mine shouldn't be active anymore! Man, this is starting out in all the weirdest ways. The column is floating above the fucking support. The mines in the bottomless pits are active and the pits are not bottomless at all. Well, this is very nostalgic, I gotta say, but I don't know if I like this. But the reason we're going here first is actually to pick up the Primagen Key early. So why not? We have access to it, might as well take advantage of it, right? So these here are the blind ones. Interesting name for a bunch of fucking orc lookalikes. But I wouldn't be too worried about them. They're typically not too dangerous to deal with. Typically. But their main advantage is that they deal a lot of fucking punishment. There's something going on over there. And this part is always annoying because they hide one of the keys that you need somewhere around here. It's always in like plain sight, but I can never quite remember where exactly it is. Why is there a bunch of worms still here? Get the fuck out of here. There is a little key hidden around here that you need to pick up to make progress, and I believe it was over there. Unfortunately, this is closed, and I don't fucking know what's going on. This is the thing that annoys me about this pit, because every time I get here, I cannot remember for the life of me where are you supposed to go to get what you need. It's always such a huge hassle. I just don't fucking understand. Ah, well, there you go. Here's a little something you need to go to. There's a switch in there. It opens up the cave, which no doubt has the thing we're looking for. Also has spiders. You wanted those, of course. I had to use it. And there you go. It's done. Good thing I remembered this a little quicker than usual. So, the Lair of the Blind Ones has some recurring enemies, such as the spiders, which we've already seen. Then there's big fucking spiders, really big ones, the kind that Australia don't want you to know about. You know, just as a surprise, a little surprise for the visitors. And these bastards can take forever to kill, for no other reason than because their hitboxes are stupidly shit. I don't understand what the hell is going on with these things half the time. It's like this. I'm shooting it in the fucking face for like 5 years and it doesn't die, but then there are cases where it'll just die from one lucky shot, and I still don't quite understand where our weak spot is. In either case, spiders are going to be the #1 most difficult thing to kill in this level. It makes no sense. They can take so much punishment.
Primagen Key found.
But once you get past these guys, whether or not you actually fought them, you get to go here, which brings you back to the beginning of the level, and it gets you the key you're looking for. I figured I might as well kill the spiders because, hey, I need to demonstrate how annoying they can be to kill. And in case you're wondering, you're gonna need to kill some of them later on as a requirement, because the game will be like, you can't move forward until you kill them, because the door is closed. And that sucks anus. But there's a lot of things about this place that suck anus. The most important one is navigation. This place is a pain in the ass to navigate through because it all looks the fucking same. And I mean, I understand, that's the whole point of this place. It is the Lair of the Blind Ones. What the fuck do they care about aesthetics? They can't see shit anyway. Don't fucking start that. I don't know why, but one of my friends is incapable of jumping up here. I don't understand. But yeah. They don't care much for the aesthetics, so what does it matter how it looks like to them? But for us, the player, there is no such thing as aesthetic here. There is caves. And caves are nice. I like the idea. But caves need to have a little more to them in order to stand out a bit more easily. Because now the only way you're gonna know where you are in the level is by various set pieces of the level, not necessarily the aesthetic. Like now I know I'm here at the start, at like the first cavern complex, because it's the first pool area. It also has this deceptive tunnel of vacuum suck. Don't jump in there, because it'll take you out of this place, and you don't want to do that. What the fuck is that stupid ass leaper doing? I know you're very piece of shit. I'll never understand how they can take so much abuse. But anyway. I know that what this place is, and I'll be able to remember what kind of stuff is in here, because I can go, this is the first pool, but you won't be able to say, oh, this is that place with that thing in it. No, this is the first pool area. It's literally the only kind of pieces, the only kind of set pieces you have available for you. And later on we'll have the big pool, or pool number 2, or in this case, cliff with 3. Oh shit, you fucking asshole. Damn. You know what happened there? I couldn't move past an invisible wall. I don't know what the fuck happened. Oh, also, if you're here in the main menu, you can't load your quick save. That's stupid. Oh fuck, I'm back here again. Alright, I'm back to where I need to be now. That was a little depressing and also a little stupid. That really wasn't supposed to happen, but for some reason I couldn't move past a certain point because the game decided, oh, there's a wall now. That's cool. I didn't fucking ask for one though. How is this thing still alive? With all the fucking harpoons in its ass, it should be dead as shit. But no, it's still perfectly fine and alive. Well, you know what? Come over here. Try being alive without a fucking face. Seriously, sometimes these enemies can take such ridiculous amounts of damage. It makes 0 sense. Which is why I must stress, always try to aim for the heads. Because if you're aiming for any other part of the body, you're just wasting your time. But yeah, I definitely want to go back through here because this was a very good place to be. And now this is a bit of an odd time to ask, but would you be interested in seeing some mod showcases? Because I would be interested in showcasing some mods that I found and played through recently. Only problem is I don't know how interesting that would be. I think I'll do that either way, no matter how people feel about it. Because, for example, I would like to show off how Turok co-op mod works, or the Ascension mod works. And maybe by doing this, it would also invigorate the modding community to be a bit more proactive. Even though they like to say, oh, well, the tools we have are shit. Well, I know that they're not particularly great, but that doesn't mean you have to slack off, you know. Really? A tranquilizer gun? Man, what the fuck? Yeah, it doesn't mean you have to stop. I'm pretty sure I saw that, right? Yeah, look at that. It's very subtle, but it also doesn't connect properly. Huh, that's weird. Oh well, that's just a nitpick at this point. But yeah, I would be interested in showing off some mods, and I would also be interested in looking into what kind of modding tools are available, just to see how difficult it is to actually mod something right now. If it's not too hard, well fuck it, let's go for it, let's make some of our own mods. What? This is the Talisman Chamber? Man. But let's get back into what's going on here. Our objective is to destroy 3 thermal vents and nothing else, because nothing else really matters in this place. If we can choke out all of these cave dwellers, we'll be perfectly fine. Thing is, this place is huge and annoying. Am I still in range? Fuck off. Just trying to drink some water so I don't choke to death. And this fucking thing is whipping it like it's like it's hot or something. Anyway, the thing that makes this place annoying is how everything is spaced out. You saw the Talisman Chamber earlier? Well, here's a funny thing. The feather is not even in the same area. It's several areas down ahead. Like, what the fuck? This is the first time we have that happen, and I don't know how to feel about it, but I'm not thrilled. I'm thinking maybe the abdomen is the weak spot, not the face. Huh. That could be it, actually. But yeah, the feather we're looking for isn't even in this area. It's in another area later on, so we'll need to backtrack like at least 2 zones over, just so that we could get a talisman of fairly dubious quality. We'll get to that in a bit. It would have been mildly useful in the hive of the mantids, just for acquiring extra ammunition. By the way, don't waste your time shooting all of these spiders, because surprise surprise, they never stop coming. And of course there's leapers. Gonna need to shoot those switches. It's amazing how the switches bleed too. Must be bioorganic or something. Wait. Forget what I said. That sounded fucking stupid. Oh, that actually killed it. Bioorganic. Do you mean living? Biomechanical is what I wanted to say. There we go. Let's get some switches. Shells. Man, I need to stop being retarded today. Unfortunately, in my case, it's not a switch I can flip, it's just something that happens. This is also the... I think this is one of the first times you actually get a charged dart rifle, but... well, we already have one. And we'll probably make some decent use out of it. I should probably make a quick save. There's a key. Now this here little spot will continuously respawn useful ammunition for us, which is great. I like that. Unfortunately, proximity mines still do not come in packs. They still come one at a time, and that's highly annoying. Also, this is a very annoying spot to be restocking at because of the fucking spiders. They just never fucking stop coming. It's a terrible thing too. They should see a doctor about it. The thermal vents will be located from... starting from around the middle of this place. So don't expect any right now. I'll be able to point out the very first one actually, because it has a very unique way of telling that you're there. Oh my god, the damage output is real! Went down by about 40 HP in one shot. And I think they can do even more than that. I think that was in their lower damage yield, which is not a good thing to say at any point in time. But yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of repeated enemy variety, spiders being one of them. I think burning them is the most viable way to go about it, but I don't know, it doesn't look like it. The fucking things still take forever to kill. This place is also highly active in terms of seismic activity. It's very difficult to see the pathway you're taking half the fucking time because it shakes so fucking hard. Die! Thank you. This is kind of a necessity. I needed that flamethrower. And half of the time you're here, you'll be just shouting at things to die quicker, because goddamn, they take too fucking long to die. Which is very unfortunate. Anyway, here we have these gremlin midget things called Nallas, I believe. Nobody fucking knows what the hell they're supposed to be. They're like I was about to say little midget things. They're like midgets with ginormous gorilla hands, which they used to walk around on. And their primary attack is spitting some kind of acid onto you, kind of like the spiders do. Highly annoying. They never show up by themselves, they always go around in groups. Oh, here's another checkpoint. Perfect. We're gonna need that. Ow! Don't fucking shoot me. There, we have spiders, we have leapers, we even have the fucking raptoids again. We have grenades, which kill you if you take the hit. Amazing. And we also have a little bit of backtracking. I fucking hate this place so much. That's one way to deal with a spider infestation. Just fucking nuke it with rockets. Anyway, we are back to where we were once again. And yeah, we have spiders, we have leapers, we have big spiders, we have raptoids, we have fucking entrails again. They just can't fucking stop for whatever reason. I don't know what their damage is, but they just keep coming back. I guess they can't get enough of us. We have all the familiar creatures which we have learned to hate. And then there's the blind ones. The blind ones are annoying pieces of shit which will do ridiculous amounts of damage whenever they feel like. Which is almost always, which is why you hate them. Or at least I hate them. God damn, go away! I hate leapers, and there's 3 of them here.
Full health.
But you probably can tell by now that I'm really not a fan of this level. I hate being here. It's so fucking annoying. There's always so many fucking things trying to kill you in small little corners and tunnels and shit. And there's never enough ammo to go around too. And the backtracking for the fucking talisman. Oh, and of course all the other backtracking in case you fucked up somewhere along the line and missed out on an objective. God, this place is the worst to be in. For the love of fuck, don't fuck up this jump here. Forget the leapers. Leapers can suck my ass. Here we go. We got the feather, we got the jump. Let's get the fuck out of here. Backtrack to that Talisman Chamber right now. Might seem like a silly thing to do, backtracking to the Talisman Chamber right away. I mean, what are we even getting? Well, we're getting a thing called I think that what the fuck is it called anyway? It doesn't tell me here. It's something fire talisman basically. It's a talisman that lets you walk on lava. How many instances of lava do we have in this game? We have a grand total of 3? Yeah, 3. 3 instances of lava. We saw one at the Hive of the Mantids. It was fucking small. A tiny little piss pool of lava, which you never even have to step inside of. Well, actually, we had another one, so that's 4. There they had all that ammo scattered about on the little platform. Then there's a couple more here, and then that's it. It's fucking useless. The fucking power-up is never used afterwards. It really makes you wonder what the hell is the point of it. I don't remember these guys spawning here before. Whatever. But yeah, it's one of the 2 talismans which I find to be really, really stupid and useless. Like, what the fuck's the point? The Eye of Truth is arguably an even stupider thing. or at least equal in its uselessness, but at least it has a function that you can see being useful to some extent. Like if you really feel like it and you got the Eye of Truth, you could go back to the Death Marches to pick up the optional Scorpion missile launcher pickup. If for whatever reason you really need that. Most of the time you probably won't be needing it though. Let me try making that jump again, because I know you can make it. Yeah, nice. That'll save us a long trip. And you also need it for, I think, no, only one Primagen Key needs that, but the other places later on also have some secret goodies hidden away behind Eye of Truth passageways, so it at least has more functionality. Ah, the Heart of Fire, there you go.
Now you may walk over seas of lava without being harmed.
But yeah, Whispers and Heart of Fire, fucking useless. What even is the point? I don't understand. I always felt they were pretty useless, and now I feel it is even more so the case. Because, well, does that look like lava to you? That's ain't no fucking lava that I ever seen. It's very liquid. It's very refreshing looking lava, actually. That spider was floating there for a second. I don't like that. But yeah, we got the Heart of Fire. Now we can tell this place to suck on some fat nuts as we make our way out back to where we were earlier. Thank you for your contribution, Infinite Respawn Station. But I need more. Ah, it drip feeds me silvers again. At least I got some grenades. Could use more rockets though. Oh, fuck's sake. This is one of the spots though that's gonna piss you off like nothing else. I can guarantee it, because it is so remarkably easy to get yourself killed by those rocks. It's kind of surprising actually. It doesn't help that the blind ones do ridiculous amounts of damage, but then the rocks can take out like 20 HP per hit, and you have to deal with them like 3 times before you're out into safety. I'm sure there are ways to get around this with minimal to no damage, but fuck me if I know how to do it. I'm not nerdy enough to figure this shit out. Right, we have some ammo that I can scrounge here. Oh, really? There's another fucking blind one? Fuck off. Some of these dudes respawn and I don't like that. So I think we can all take away from this whole ramble and spiel that I don't like this place. On top of looking pretty boring and well, difficult to memorize, it's also a pain in the ass to be in, no matter what difficulty you're on. Besides maybe easy, but who the fuck's gonna play this on easy? Besides beginners. That probably was a bit of an overkill. Yeah, that's much better. Did you hear that? Something respawned. Ah, my curiosity has been piqued. Oh, the question is then, where the fuck did it respawn and what exactly respawned? Whatever. Ah, the white noise of a waterfall. Well, we don't need to go up on the route now. We can just move on. Of course, leapers are everywhere. I am disgusted by the amount of leapers we have in this place. Luckily, you can just tell them to fuck off. Just don't fight them. they're not important. There will be a couple more here, of course. Flip the damn lever, what the fuck are you doing? There we go. That lever is always weird. Yeah, there's a couple more leapers for you. But here's what I like to do. I swim the fuck away. Leapers are very bad at swimming. I don't care what they're doing there. They can sit there. They can drown for all I care. There's gonna be some invisible dudes around here because, of course, they already know they're here. Watch out. If you hear movement but you don't see them, just shoot blindly until you hit something. It's not the best strategy to go about it, but it works sometimes. Oh nice, more green shells. If you're in these larger rooms, expect spiders. Big fucking spiders. So how come blind ones are carrying explosive barrels? What the fuck? What kind of industry do they have here? Besides being murderous cave hobos. Hey, it seems like ricocheting the shredder rounds into their bellies is actually a smart idea. Unfortunately, this now means that I have a bit of a problem. I don't have any more explosive rounds for this fucking spider. But the proximity mines are still helpful to some extent. Good. I'm glad to see that the proximity mine launcher is actually gaining some usefulness, because I used to have a very strong belief that it sucked anus. Well, I mean, it still kind of does. It takes a good long while for it to be activated and useful, but at least it does something. It's not like the tranquilizer gun, which I haven't used since I picked it up. I think I used it once, just as a demonstration, but man, who cares? It's just a shitty fucking thing. Ah, great, more of these things. I hate them. I hate everything about this place, especially the blind ones. The amount of damage they do is obnoxious. They always come out of nowhere. They're quick on the draw. I hate them. And fuck your grenades, you asshole. This place can drive you up a wall like nothing else. So you see this satchel charge? Well, you want to hop over and then hop over here, because guess what? This leads to the first thermal vent. You probably wouldn't have realized that the first time around, because for whatever reason this passageway is actually kind of hard to notice. Nowadays it seems kind of silly not to notice something as big as a big hole in a fucking wall, which leads right to the thermal vent, but the first few times you're not gonna notice that it's there. I can guarantee it. Anyway, as far as thermal vents are concerned, your objective is to put the bomb down and get the fuck out. Don't bother fighting all the green dudes in there because, well, they never stop showing up. That's just a waste of ammo. And boy, do we know at this point that ammo is precious. Especially if you're playing vanilla. If you're playing Ascension though, that's a different story. You don't need to worry so much about ammo, even on harder difficulties. So, ammo is still a consistent issue. Fucking Leaper. I did blow up something around here with collateral damage, but that doesn't really matter much, does it? I could use some HP. What's this place? Ah, it's the place that introduces us to the torpedo launcher. It's a great thing to have because it makes you swim so much faster, but for unexplainable reasons, probably because of developer oversight or whatever, I don't fucking know. The torpedo launcher barely holds any ammunition. And once it runs out of ammunition, you let go of it for some reason and decide, well, I can't use this to swim around anymore. Granted, the torpedo launcher is a pretty powerful weapon. It can destroy enemies fairly effectively. But the problem is, it never carries a lot of ammo. So you have a problem whenever you have enemies underwater. And that the problem is that you really can't afford to keep shooting at them all. What in the fuck? What the fuck was that? He was just floating up. Good thing I put him out of his misery. I don't want this kind of demonic bullshit on my video games. With that said, I'll be looking forward to the Blasphemous playthrough. Seriously, these old ass games always have the weirdest shit happen to it. Fuck! Why is there so fucking many of you here? Piss off! Oh, and if you think that's all of them, there's also fucking raptoids in these tunnels, and for some reason, these shitheads don't drown. I really wish we did. What the? How'd you miss all of the shots? This door requires a key. Yes, indeed. Where is the key? It's not here, that's for sure. That's another reason why this place sucks ass. You need to find a key for this second thermal vent, which is somewhere in these fucking waterlogged caverns. The action map will help, so make use of it. Unfortunately, you still have a problem of leapers and raptoids and shitheads and cunts ruining your day, so that's still something you need to deal with. If you're able to, have the guys come out of the water so you can blow them the fuck up. Like now with this leaper, this fucking idiot. Here we go. That takes care of him. And now I have one less leaper to worry about. But yeah, you notice how when I picked up 3 rockets, it wouldn't let me pick up any more? That's because that's the maximum amount of ammo you can carry. 3 rockets! Why? I need a lot more than 3 rockets. Which is why Ascension mod is a pretty good one to pick up if you're interested. It lets you carry 20 instead, and you can shoot these fuckers for days. It's great. But I'm still missing that key. And navigation in this place is a dreadful disaster, which I hate having to deal with every single time. The annoying thing is that the key that you need for that door is very easy to miss. And I never remember the exact location for it, so this is gonna take a second. Hopefully not too long, but I am happy with the amount of speed that they've been able to get going in terms of beating this fucking level. Why is there so many of you here? Wait. Fucking what? This is the vent chamber? Oh my god. Well, it's a good thing I have the power of editing on my side, because otherwise we would have been here for like 5 fucking days. Oh, you ever feel like a complete idiot for forgetting something that should have been painfully obvious by now? Well, that's what I'm feeling right now, because the key is not for the thermal vent, it's for the exit. And I went backwards, but that's fine because that just brings me back to proper orientation as to where I need to be going. God, I hate being here. This place sucks ass. I don't think there's one person that actually likes this area. Like, is there someone who actually enjoys the Lair of the Blind Ones? If so, please let me know, because I would like to hear your reasons behind it. I generally do not understand the appeal for this, if there is any to begin with. I hate these little things so much. Like the next level we're gonna go to, the Primagen's Lightship, that is such a amazing grammar. My teacher would have strangled me by now. It's such a better level in comparison to this place. I'd say a little bit better than the Hive of the Mantids as well, but even the Hive is better. The Hive, I find these days to be a lot easier to navigate. That could be because I've been there so many damn times that I find it difficult to forget what I've already... to forget the whole place. Mostly due to traumatic experiences, but you know how it works. But this place, it doesn't matter where exactly I am, these places all look the damn same to me. Like now, oh, it's this big room that I've been in before, but it has spinning tops! Like, I've seen a place like this earlier already. It's just it has a slightly different thing in it now. And that, unfortunately, is a big detriment to anything that involves caves. You can only do so much with caves before they get too samey, before it becomes difficult to navigate them. And I understand the whole struggle behind it. It's just that I wish there was a better way. Like, maybe add some kind of memorable set pieces, some kind of navigational marks, something, some kind of landmarks. There has to be a way to make it easier to recognize where you are in relation to the entire level. Or you know what could have helped too? A fucking map! But I suppose it would have been a bit odd, if not difficult, to implement a full-blown map into this game when it never had one to begin with. Instead we have this wireframe action map, which, let's be honest, is not particularly helpful half the time, especially if you have multi-tiered rooms overlapping over one another. Then you have a fucking mess to read. Luckily, if that's something that interests you, I have found out through the use of custom maps that locations on the action map can be customly colored to show you that it's something of interest or that it needs something in particular. I forget what the map is called, but it's basically like these caverns, but it has a bunch of locked doors that you need to go through as well. And the locked doors are marked off with a color on the map. So you need the... well, funnily enough, they use the feathers as keys for these kind of doors. So they say, you need a blue feather for this door. Okay, cool. And the blue feather door is marked off blue on the map. That's very convenient, actually. But around here, there's no such thing as convenience. Ah, another new enemy, Fireborn. Basically reskinned entrails. They have slightly different death animations, and they're also immune to anything fire-based, so if you have any fire weapons, just stop. That's not gonna work, it's not gonna hurt them. But hey, we can walk on lava now, and Jesus, I never thought lava would be so damn loud. Really? We're gonna throw these little shit nuggets again? They're really difficult to dodge too for whatever reason. I don't really understand why. As long as you can keep your distance, I suppose it's not that big of a deal, but still, they can be so obnoxious. Why does it take 2 shots from a plasma rifle to nuke a spider? It's a bloody spider! It should be nuked from an arrow! Let alone a fucking plasma rifle! Hey, that looks good to me. Warp portal activated! And you bet your ass it's a fake one, but you know. That's only to be expected at this point. No. Oh, you like summoning little worms, huh? The worms, interestingly enough, are called fire worms. But they never spit fire in any capacity. No idea why they're called fire worms. Maybe they had a different attack intended for them or something. Anyway, some fire pods are a utility weapon which is only useful for stunning enemies. And it doesn't always work. But it is a very convenient item to find in the lair of the blind ones, because interestingly enough, it is their weakness. Living in these deep, dank caves has made them very sensitive to light, to the point where they catch on fire from sunlight. And of course, sunfire pods are filled with sunlight energy, so yes, it does indeed burn them. Convenient, I know. Can I get some more ammo? And HP for that matter, that would be really fucking useful right now. Jesus fucking Christ. No, I need a shredder. You know, I noticed that I wasn't actually being attacked nearly as much as I thought I was. I didn't think these guys were actually trying to save themselves more than they were trying to kill me. Hey, get off my shit. Just trying to heal up here. Don't you just hate it when people just interrupt your healing sessions? Seriously, the nerve of some of these guys. Oh, somebody turned on the sepia tone outside. It looks so brown for some reason. It's like sunlight is trying to go through the clouds. It's weird. Anyway, the sunfire pods act as flashbangs, which you can throw at enemies to stun them, and in the case of the blind ones, it sets them on fire, instantly killing them in most cases. I don't think it does that on hardcore difficulty, but it does do significant damage, which is a good thing, considering that they are annoying. How many rockets we got? Only 4. Well, we need more. We need a lot more. This is a Scorpion missile launcher. We can't do missile launching without Scorpion missiles. Yeah, that's better. And this is a very good station to get your refreshments from, I gotta say. It goes pretty quickly. Are we missing anything? Grenades. You gonna give me grenades? Hell yeah, and even on the box. Now that is generous as shit. shells. I love shells. That is the shiniest plus I've seen in a while. I wonder if there's any more stations I can abuse. Probably.
You have found part of the nuke weapon.
You bet. Okay, I think I'm pretty stocked up for the time being. We have another part of a nuke weapon, which means when we get to the light ship, the nuke will finally be ours. And I have to break it to you, but we're not gonna see that nuke until like the very last moment. It's a little depressing, I know, but what can you do? It takes a long time to get to it, but once you do, you get to enjoy it for a little bit, and then you don't get to do anything with it. It's gone. Well, not so much as gone, it's just that you're already at the end of the game, so you have no time left to enjoy it. It's interesting, I haven't noticed this before, but if you jump on this platform from from here, then you skip some of the level triggers which spawn enemies. What the? Why is this closed? That's weird. I kinda need that to be open. Do I really need to kill everything? Very well. I shall kill the spoidus. Unless there's a missing switch that I need to flick. It's probably that. I don't think those guys are quick enough to avoid cerebral bores. Which is just the right thing for me. Because fuck them. Cerebral bore is still an amazing weapon. And this door is still closed. Oh. Wait, what? Look at this shit. You can't even tell that there's something on the right. Man, I'm annoyed. I am quite miffed with this place. It pisses me off. Denied. For the most part. Damn it, Leapers, go away! And there's some more Fireborn. They're not immune to explosives, but they do seem to take a little less damage from them. Probably because they have some limited fire damage associated with them or something. I don't know what it is exactly, but they don't take as much damage from explosives as you would expect them to. Though they still can die pretty spectacularly nonetheless. So you shouldn't dismiss that. Oh, what the fuck? But the Fireborn's biggest annoyance is that they can toss grenades like they're trying to compete with Usain Bolt on speed throwing. What the fuck's the matter with these bastards? Nobody knows. But luckily for you, there's all of these delicious goodies just sitting here in the lava waiting to be picked up and used. Also, Fireborn happen to inhabit very annoying lava pools which spit little nuggets of fire, which if they land on your head, they will hurt you. Fun. Hey look, a spider. typically what you want to do is use a charge dart on the spiders to stun them, so that you can then dispose of them a lot easier. Of course, not everybody does that, like me for example, and instead they opt in for a more explosive and direct approach, because a direct approach tends to often work the best. And I can't fault anyone for deciding to go that way because, well, if you blow up the fucking spider, it's not gonna be able to do much of anything to you. I think the other problem with the Fireborn is that their animation for throwing things at you is very simple and short. So it makes it very easy for them to throw things quickly, which can be very irritating to say the least. I need to get myself a thesaurus so I can figure out more ways to say that I'm pissed off about something. Yeah, let's see. There we go. There's only one more thermal vent left to go. Thank God the developers decided to only keep it at one objective for this place. Imagine having to do a whole gajillion of stupid shit just to try to get this place sorted. Huh. Worms are actually immune to being electrocuted. Oh, you wanna be funny with me, huh? You wanna be funny? How's this for funny, you shithead? One has to wonder how these worms navigate through rock, because these are the same worms you find in death marshes. And in the death marshes, it made sense for them to be able to navigate around because they went through mud. Mud. Yeah. Mud. They went through mud. Mush. Filthy fucking bog water. Not fucking rock. So, it does leave a few questions that need to be answered. In case you're really dying for some refreshments, the game's got you covered, provided you can survive long enough to jump in.
Greetings, Turok. How may I assist?
Because we couldn't resist just keeping it at one spider. They throw two spiders, two giant spiders at you on this checkpoint station. It really feels at times like this level was designed by assholes to punish other assholes with it. And if that is really the case, well, well played, I guess, but fuck. As you can see, the blind one has been set on fire with the sunfire pod, and I think the other one just outright exploded. And what the fuck? Get out of here! I was wondering why I walked into air for no reason. Turns out there wasn't very much air, as it was a stinking entrail pretending to be not there. Shit, I missed. Okay, so this is like the last area of this place, thank God. There's only one more thermal vent, but in order to access it, you're gonna need to find a key. And yes, this time it is needed. I'm not just forgetting details this time around. This is also the first time you encounter the cerebral bore. As far as linear progression goes, the lighting in this place, while amazing, it also guess what? Guess what it does? It pisses me off to no fucking end. I can hardly see some of the fucking passageways I'm supposed to take. Like, if you look at this, can you see that there's something going on there? Well, sure, you can use the flare gun to figure it out, but who the fuck's gonna do that? Who has the time to go around pissing flares everywhere? I sure don't. Well, mainly I also don't have the patience to be doing that, but you know, that's a different problem altogether. But still, I don't feel like I should be shooting flares everywhere. In fact, I don't think we even need a flare gun. I think we would have been fine with some kind of a substitute for it. One interesting feature in this game is that enemies, when realizing that you have very powerful weapons on hand, will not even attempt to fight you. They're just gonna book it the fuck out of there. They see you with something like a Scorpion missile launcher or something even more powerful, and they know that it's more powerful, they're just gonna say, fuck this, I have better things to do, I ain't dying for this shit, I'm out. And they start fleeing. Or panicking, whichever comes first. Though, on the occasion, they will regain their composure and try fighting back. Does it help? Not always, no. I mean, if you're fighting them with a powerful weapon like a Scorpion missile launcher in the first place, then it really doesn't matter. You're gonna blow them up anyway. Hey, guess what's gonna spawn? That's right, the midgets! That all of them? Nope. There's a midget, there's the handler as well. But yeah, these midgets, they're not alone in their ambush attempt. And that's quite unfortunate. I think... Oh wow, that's amazing. I actually hit all of them with that. And successfully too. There's your Satchel Charge. Please pick that thing up. You're gonna need it. And now to just find the entrance to the thermal vent. That probably was it. But I kinda don't wanna die from spiders. There we go. See ya. Let's see, is this the thermal vent? Yep, it is. You'll know this is the last thermal vent when it looks like a bloody settlement. It's because it is, sort of. It's a kind of a settlement. The two keys needed to enter the actual thermal vent are on the opposite ends of these walkways. You hear all of that mouth breathing? A couple of mines can fix that. I said a couple of mines can fix that. Don't make a liar on me. There we go. Damn, I nearly wasted all of them. I guess this is how the blind ones are either born, or maybe this is where they sleep. Whatever this is supposed to be, it doesn't matter too much. What matters is that one of these cocoon things will have the necessary key to open the vent chamber. Thankfully, not too many spawn of them in here, and if you have those proximity mines, you can smoke them out fairly easily, because the proximity mines go through walls. Good. I like that. Just for the love of fuck, don't fall in that gap. Also, notice how there's like a strange wall blocking me here. There's a lot of these weird walls in odd places which can block you and, well, as we've seen earlier in this level, kill you by making bad jumps.
Grenade launcher.
Oh, this is a well-timed acquisition. Vent chamber located. Actually, we can just use sunfire pods here. Not only is it gonna nuke their already receded eyesight, but it will also set them on fire and let us get out of here that much safer and quicker. But yeah, that's all there is to it, to these vent chambers. Now it's just a matter of getting the fuck out of here. Easier said than done in most cases, but I think you'll find that this is the easiest part of this entire level. Getting out. Now, as much as I don't like the blind ones themselves, I must admit that the designs of the blind ones are pretty nice. Not so much the fat-ass crossbow wielders, I don't care much about those, but the sentinels, the ones with the swords, those look pretty damn cool. I like the way they look. Wait, this better not include more falling rocks. This looks awfully familiar. Wait. I am missing one. Didn't the game said I found all fucking level keys earlier? Fucking piece of shit. Well, in either case, this is indeed the last level key for level 6.
Grenade launcher.
Wow, that midget was so tiny I vaporized him. Can't say I'm complaining about that. But yeah, the designs of these dudes is pretty good, but look at those veins, what the fuck? Those guys need to calm down a little bit. They're gonna pop an artery. Or something. They're gonna pop something, that's for sure. It's not gonna be healthy. Oh yeah, this is the totem chamber. Make sure to stock up on ammunition as per usual, because we also have a boss fight coming up. I don't know how to feel about it, but at least it's better than the queen of the Hive of the Mantids. So there's that.
Mission accomplished.
Mission complete. So you're rather unceremoniously dropped into this tunnel once you're done with that totem chamber. With some pretty dramatic music playing as well. And you're just in this humongous chamber full of acid and maggots. They die pretty easily, so don't waste too much time on them. Luckily for you, this place has infinitely respawning health and ammo. Now this is what I'm talking about. Though the Hive boss also had that. It's just that the arena was considerably larger. There's here, it's more closely resembles being inside what I might as well call a stomach. Though what kind of stomach has tentacles to whip its food, let alone maggots to eat it? I wouldn't want to know. In either case, in case you forgot to save, now would be a good time. Can I get some ammo? I guess not. Now, unlike with the Hive boss, having lock-on weaponry here isn't actually a bad idea, because there's nothing that you can specifically lock onto with said weaponry. I think you can lock onto the maggots, but that's about the extent of it. And if you yeah, you can lock onto the maggot. But if you have things to blow up with the rockets, chances are the maggots are not gonna be spawning in, because that would be too much of a hassle for most people to deal with. Not so much for me, but you know, I'm not a typical player, so to say, so I can't really say that this is a perfectly reasonable challenge for most people. I mean, I'm playing on hardcore difficulty and complaining about it too. No normal person does that. But anyway, just blow up the eyeball once you're done, and that's it. What a remarkably simple boss fight, no matter what difficulty you play on. And you know what? That's just the way I like it. Because I don't want to have a repeat of the Hive boss. Nobody wants a repeat of that fucking thing. That thing is awful.